All right, Cancer. We're stepping into your message. What you need to hear, if you're like, this is a message that you may need to hear, possibly if you are going through like a spiritual ascension, or maybe to help you as you're going through like a spiritual growth. Okay. You need some guidance and you don't know where to go. All right. Or have an understanding of what you may possibly be going through. All right, so from the Inner Worlds Oracle deck, the first card that you have is Solitary Witness. Solitary observation, detached perspective, unique viewpoint, clarity, potential isolation, intuitive guidance, moon, bridging insights. Listen, you do in the tarot, you guys ruled the moon card along with Pisces. So this is it's very so with the intuitive guidance moon statement there, that definitely has, this is definitely your message today, Cancer. Alone on the edge, clarity dawns under the moon's gaze. Witness the truth, then weave the insight back into your world. Cancer, the reason why solitary witness is coming out because something is going on right now in your energy or externally with other people where you're having clarity in regards to something specific that was going on in your life, or maybe what's going on now. And it may have taken you some time for you to realize what was going on because you weren't using your intuition. All right. A lot of times, I don't care what nobody says, our intuition is what leads our way. All right. And you may have been in denial when it came to using your intuition or gaining clarity when it came to a certain situation. You detached so that way you could gain perspective what was going on, something that was going on. Okay, but you're receiving a lot of intuitive guidance right now, and you're listening to your intuition a little bit more clearly before. And you may have had to be alone while doing this process, but something happened here with your string card being in the reverse where, yeah, your intuition and your clarity may have been blocked for a little bit of time, and you didn't have your strength when it came to removing yourself from a certain situation. This could be so far as everything that goes on in your life, family member, friends, anybody doing you any type of weird way. Like, it's like you didn't want to see it. Okay, it doesn't matter what situation it was. It could have been career, okay, a boss pissing you off. It could be anybody. But it's like you didn't have your strength when it came to removing yourself, health, like with, and having, setting boundaries with people that you needed to set boundaries with. Justice is coming in the reverse because something is being balanced out in your life right now, okay, where things that were deemed as unfair, that was not fair when it came to maybe something that you were a part of before, or maybe somebody did something to you that was deemed as unfair. I'm getting here two different messages where either you were the issue or you gained problems with somebody here, and maybe you added on to a problem that didn't need to be a problem, or somebody did something that was deemed as unfair to you. But either way, the scales are being balanced out due to some type of unfairness that was going on here. Seven of Wands is coming up because you're gaining a lot of clarity and insight and observation right now because you can see things clearly. You're using your intuition. You observed enough. Now you could go with your intuition now. People may have been acting funny with you or vice versa. Problems were in your energy. Negative energy was surrounding you at a certain time. You're able to now like have that clarity. And you may have been a witness to somebody here being treated unfairly recently. And I feel like you're sticking up now with facts and you're now bringing it to the table where, like, now you're not going to stand for people being treated a certain way with the Seven of Wands here. And yeah, it came in the off center, but I feel like it came in the off center because, listen, Cancer, I know how you guys can be. A lot of times, like, you don't want to be the one to hurt somebody's feelings or bring shit to the table where people really need to be sorted with facts, but if you have to do it, you will. And I feel like the reason why the card came in the off center was because maybe you were a little skeptical to bring something that was very specific to the table to somebody here that is possibly being a bully or or treating somebody here unfairly. But you're now seeing this person. It seems to me it might be a few people here, but there's somebody here that's particular that was really irritating you or making you feel some type of way, and it's not even towards you, it's towards other people, making them feel low. Because I feel like you're now gaining a perspective where you know that the certain things are not right with people's actions. Okay? Now you have the Three of Swords here. Okay? I feel like and then you have the Ten of Swords, and they're both in the reverse. All right? You went through some heartbreak and some challenges that were very hard for you to like get through. Okay? Yeah, it's a lot of battle between the heart and the mind here, Cancer, where it's like you were living in the past. Okay, you may have been nostalgic when it came to certain things as well, like how people treated you, how you treated people. A lot of it is how you treated people as well. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat my reads, all right, because then it would be wrong for me to do that. Like we are somebody and like bad in somebody's story. So you may have been bad in somebody's story, and that's okay, because that's where you're able to pick, like you're able to gain certain clarity in regards to what you did wrong as well, and then you can work on it. Okay? Listen, you have a lot of moon in this card. You have 3 moons with your spread, because then we got the Judgment in the upright. That's the 3rd moon. Okay? A lot of things that were hidden are now being seen. Like if you were hanging out with a group of people, or you were associated with one specific person that was making you feel some type of way, or you needed to gain that clarity when it came to them, you're now seeing things for what they are, and you're now seeing how people move. Like not everyone that you're gonna trust your gut more when it comes to certain things. And with the Judgment here, because there was a lot of things that were hidden with the moon, like you're able to see a little bit more than what you were, because like I said, your intuition may have been blocked, or maybe you weren't trying to see something for what it was, but you're taking that, like you see the stone, like the steps there. Stones could also be significant. Something with cement, pottery. Cement is very significant. I don't know, you might have a lot of plants in your house possibly, or maybe you like potting. Something with potting is significant. Okay? Or maybe you like pot. Somebody here might be a pot smoker. That's all right. Okay? Something with potting is significant. But you're stepping into like this rebirth. Okay? You're stepping into this rebirth. That's why Judgment is coming out. And you're accepting. You may have been skeptical to stepping into this new cycle here. It's a new cycle. You may have been skeptical, but I don't feel like you're skeptical now, because you're realizing here that with you having more clarity and you being able to be a witness to truth, something with truth, okay? Speaking truth, standing up for truth. This is like a read where it's like now, while you were sitting back watching people be silly with fake truth, all like not being real and not speaking truth, you're going to be the one to be talking the truth. Standing up for people because you were possibly treated in a certain way, or maybe you were treating someone in a certain way and you gain clarity in regards to the situation, but you're going through a rebirth right now. It's very beautiful. Something with tropic is significant. Like you might be from the something with tropical juice. I don't know if you like tropical juice, or maybe you're from you might be from the islands, because there's a lot of like plants here that's near the water. Okay, but you're having a rebirth right now, and listen, you might not have people that like this rebirth, but the people that do notice that you are a kind-hearted, sweet person, and that you're willing to change, and they're gonna like this new you, where you're speaking for the truth and you're being authentic. And because you're willing to step into that timeline where it's all nothing but truth, you're glowing. You're gonna glow. Okay? It's like you have All right, what else for Cancer? What else do they need to know as they're navigating through this rebirth? Listen, we go through multiple rebirths, okay? But you're navigating, okay? What else for Cancer? Family, home, and commitment. You're gonna start focusing on your home life and your family. All right. Home and family is very significant. This holiday you might be around a family if you have a family, or just go. You might be traveling to go see family or go home. Like if you have a family home where it's like cousins, grandma, grandpa, you might be going to visit them. Okay. Or something with family is very significant, okay? Even if it's just like a small group of family, you're going to be around them. Okay? And you're going to be very happy. These may have been people here that may have not seen you very happy or maybe listened to you complain a lot, but because you're like glowing as you're going through this rebirth, they're going to want to be around you. Somebody here is expecting a child. Okay? That's just sticking out. Closed off, guarded, and resistant. You're going to be closed off and guarded. You also have somebody here that wants to bring you some type of stability and bring more harmony into your life. But I feel like this is somebody here that you separated yourself from in some way. Or maybe vice versa. It's an earth sign towards Virgo Capricorn. Somebody here wants to bring stability and an apology to you. And they may have been a cause in regards to something with you being closed off and feeling guarded, Cancer, in the past. This is somebody here that has separate beliefs than you, okay? This is facade beliefs, but it's also a smoke and mirror situation as well. You guys may have different beliefs when it comes to, maybe you were raised differently. Maybe you have different beliefs when it comes to treating people a certain way, or maybe just outlooks in life, perspectives, and honesty and truth is one thing that's sticking out when it comes to this situation with some type of earth sign. I don't know. This could be a relationship. This could be, I'm seeing here, it could be a friendship. It could be family. You put it where it's supposed to fit though. Okay? If this isn't your message, then this is somebody else's message, because I'm speaking for a collective for the Cancer as a whole. If it doesn't resonate, please do not take it. But somebody here wants to bring some type of apology. It's somebody here with earth placements. Or maybe you have earth placements. But they want to bring an apology with some type from bringing possibly disharmony into your life, because now they want to bring stability. But I feel like you're too busy focusing on yourself, where you're creating at this time. You're noticing that you are the creator of your own world, and somebody here does know that. So you're now setting things with intentions, you're now moving correctly, and you're pouring more into yourself, where it's now self-love instead of giving love. You're pouring that, like, you can give love, but you're starting to pour more love into yourself, where now people are starting to notice that your energy is a lot lighter. And I feel like whoever was here that wants to bring some type of apology to you for something here that was deemed as unfair possibly in the past, they now want to bring some type of like stability. Okay? But you're too busy pouring into yourself. Okay? It could be an air sign that wants to bring in an apology, a fire sign, or an earth sign. Doesn't even matter. But somebody here wants to apologize for some type of action here. But you're too busy pouring into yourself. And because you're pouring into yourself and you're stepping into your higher self. Your higher self is being activated as this time as you're going through a rebirth. Whispers could be something here that's significant during your rebirth. You might be hearing whispers from the actual universe. You might be hearing whispers that is your higher self. Okay, so just be more aware as you're going through this activation at this time. Okay, somebody here is getting freaked out in regards to something here. It could be the whisper from the universe or your higher self, but like, listen, don't be scared. This is the gifts card and abundance and celebration. You're going to go through a lot of celebration where you're going to be celebrated, Cancer, for a lot of things, because people are now seeing the lighter energy that's flowing through you. It may have been heavy at one point in time, but now it's super light. Whereas like now people want to celebrate you. But not only that, your ancestors and spirit guides and the Most High is gifting you some type of gift for stepping into this rebirth. You may have been scared of going through this rebirth, but you're being gifted. You're being handed a new spiritual gift as you're ascending. And it's hearing whispers. It's you might be feeling tingles. Tingles is going to be significant. Your feet, your fingers, your nose. Every time something is resonating or manifesting within the physical, you're going to start feeling tingles, okay? And that's because you're setting good intentions and you're manifesting your reality. You're creating your own reality. You no longer have to deal with people trying to be the ones to create your reality. No, that's not how it works. You are the creator of your own world. Don't let anybody speak for you or make you feel this small in regards to yourself. You're now going to be the one that's going to be speaking for truth. Okay? Self-care is very important, okay, during also the full moon as well. So make sure that you're taking your spiritual baths, your spiritual showers to cleanse off the negative energy, because as you're ascending, you're going to be more prone to negative people coming, being tested by outside forces, external forces, but you know what to do already, Cancer. You should be, and if you don't know what to do, you're going to know what to do. All right? Make your home your little sanctuary. Make sure you're doing, like, if you are into prayers and stuff, make sure that you're praying. Even when you're doing your shower meditations, act like it's a mantra and pray. All right? Because a lot of negative, like, as you're ascending, you're going to have weird people that are going to be trying to come in your energy being weird, but you have all the clarity that you need, all right, to be able to move forward and use your discernment and your intuition. And if you ever feel like you're confused by your intuition and your discernment, you need to start talking to your ancestors and your spirit guides more, the Most High more. But a lot of it is you trusting your first instinct, okay? And you also have to listen to the whispers of the universe and what you hear externally, like cars driving by. Noises that are on the outside is going to help you use your discernment. The energy that's surrounding, like, let's say that you're at work, right? And you hear cops and fire trucks driving by. And your energy is feeling a little off, or you're trying to figure out what's going on right now in your energy. That could help you. All right? Somebody needed to hear this message, or they just needed extra clarity. That's okay. And if it's not your message, please leave it for the people that need to hear it. All right? If it does resonate, please let me know in the comments or like and subscribe. Peace out.